Look, so the last video I made, right? I got a comment talking about how people are really struggling with the crappy food, and I get it. I get it. I was in your position not too long ago. Um, judging by the thumbnail, all right, I used to be a fat little piece of crap. Okay, bro, my I put food as my idol. Like literally, all I would look forward to on the weekends is where my family was going out to eat. Um, what fast food am I getting on Friday? And what YouTube video I'm gonna watch with it, right? I was in a bad spot. Okay, food became my life, and a lot of people don't realize this in the Christian community because you look around, right? All these pastors, priests, all these people who like to be, you know, these high up people, high informative people, but they're still fat. They still idolize food. They still struggle with gluttony, right? I'm not calling them out, right? We all have our sins, or we all have our struggles, right? But food is something that it genuinely is. Once you crack the code to it and you see how bad it is, like all the junk food and crappy food, it's so easy to break, okay? And this video is going to be exposing it and going over how to defeat it, defeat crappy food, get it out of your life. And I'm not some person who only eats beef, rice, something crazy like that. I still pig out once a week, all right? I still do it. I'm drinking a Pepsi while making this video, okay? I'm drinking all this stuff, okay? But the point is, you need to control yourself. You can't let it go away or get it out, let it be out of control, okay? And first, let's go into why this type of food is bad. Why these cans of Pepsi, these Pop Tarts, these, all these foods that are made in factories and all that stuff, why it's bad for you. Okay, I'm gonna break it down as simple as possible. When you eat those foods, they have all this like chemically made shit in there, right? All this stuff. Okay, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, phosphoric acid, okay, citric acid. None of that shit is healthy for you. And if you're a high, um, if you're a person with high ambition, ideas, goals, dreams, you've figured out what your purpose is, and you want to master it. And buddy, by the way, who commented on my purpose video, that vid is coming out on Saturday, tomorrow. I promise you that. But you're a person that wants to do all these things in life. These foods slow you down. The devil created all this to slow you down. Because do you ever realize that when you do eat those types of food, number one, obviously, they're just not good for you. You're eating stuff that is not naturally made. But number two, they make you feel like crap. You never notice after you eat at like a fast food joint or you eat some big meal, like you feel lethargic and stuffed and you just don't want to do anything and then you sit on the couch. It's kind of like Thanksgiving. You eat all that food, you stuff your face, and then you just sit and you watch football and you overeat and you feel like throwing up and you waste your day pretty much. Obviously, Thanksgiving's an exception, right? You're spending time with family. But people still do that. They go and they go and they eat and they pay out and then they do nothing with their lives. This food has been made to distract you from your purpose, distract you from your dreams, your ambitions, your goals. Because when you eat this food, you'll feel lazy, you'll feel like crap anymore. You won't feel motivated, you won't feel disciplined. It makes your body feel like crap, right? And we all know from the Bible, our body is a temple. Okay, that's why we should be fulfilling it with all these clean foods. But just notice that. You ever get brain fog or you're just lethargic, lazy, it's probably because of the food you're eating. And also another thing, they're starting to do studies on infertility rates or fertility rates, and people eating all these foods are infertile. Okay, they're infertile. And it's just crazy, bro. Look into it. Genuinely look into it. And it's just crazy. But I get it. I know you guys are probably struggling and you want to know how I quit, because I would like to say I used to be fat, right? Now I'm in pretty decent shape. I know I'm not the best looking. I know I'm not Alice Eubanks out here, right? I don't have the, beautiful six pack with the beautiful wife yet. It is coming, dude. Tap in. By the way, follow this channel. We will see that on this channel. But I know it's not here yet. But I would like to say I've been looking pretty good recently. I've been getting a lot of girls coming up to me. My homies even more. They're kind of like sexually harassing me in a way. No, I'm joking. But where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. Probably because this Pepsi I'm drinking, bro. But no. How do you stop eating this crappy food? The way I did it was I just got it out of my house. Okay, I know all these people like these foods will, or you need to master your addictions and everything like that. No, bro. No, bro. It's the same thing I teach on Lust and everything like that. Remove the triggers. Remove the triggers out there. There's no point in fighting it. There's no reason for me to try and fight it, right? Like, yes, I take out once a week. I go out with my family. We have a nice dinner. I may get an appetizer. I may get a dessert, right? But for the most part, my fridge is filled up with clean foods. Okay, fruits, vegetables, beef, chicken, rice, potatoes, sourdough bread. Those are the things I'm eating. And um Gatorade. I know that's not the best for you, right? But I need my electrolytes, and I don't want to buy Santa Cruz's because I don't know. I'm just not a fan of his electrolytes, to be honest with you. But um, Gatorade, water. That's the only thing in my fridge. Okay, and I like it better that way because I'm not gonna go out of my house and go get something. That's just not me. It stops my temptations. Okay, if I feel like having a Pepsi, but I don't have a Pepsi in my house, I'm not going to get it. But if I feel like having a Pepsi, right, and there were Pepsi in the fridge today, I'm gonna pay out and I'm gonna have Pepsi, and then I'm gonna have one or two of them. This is my second one of the day. That's how it works. Okay, so get the food out of your fridge, get it out of your house, and just stock your shelves with just clean stuff. Genuinely clean stuff. If you have DoorDash, if you have Uber Eats, I can't really speak on that because I never did that stuff. But I just went, drove, and picked it up. But delete that. Bro, delete all the food apps, delete all that. You don't need any of that crap. Okay? You don't. So just keep the clean foods in your house. And I can give you my specific grocery list. Just DM me on Instagram, Chris.playing_. But I'll give you a quick rundown of what I do have. And I know I went through it a lot, but here's what I'm mainly eating in my day-to-day life. I'm eating beef and rice. I'm eating beef and potatoes, chicken and rice, chicken and potatoes, tuna, sourdough bread, all these combos, fruits, vegetables, fruit bowls, power bowls, things like that. I'm eating foods that you would find in the Bible or what your great 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 grandparents would eat. Um, they wouldn't be eating Pop Tarts. They wouldn't be eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They wouldn't be eating Reese's Puffs. They wouldn't be eating all this crap. And that's the simple way to do it. That is generally the simplest way to do it. They start eating clean, and I promise you, you'll feel so much better. You will genuinely feel so much better. Your mind will be a lot sharper. You'll feel better about yourself. Your physique will start to look a lot cleaner. You'll live a longer life because you're eating all these clean foods. There's no reason why you should be eating these junk foods every single day. Okay, it's just a better way to live. And the people who are on the same wave as me, you'll know. And also, it helps you glow up. Your face will glow up too, bro. I've gotten so many more compliments, not only from the homies, but from the girls, because I've started eating clean. Alright, my face isn't as puffy. I'm looking more attractive now because of it. Okay, that's another reason to do it. Genuinely, if you're looking for a God-fearing wife, obviously, she has her pick. Okay, she has her pick because a lot of men are looking for it. She probably wants the one that's gonna treat them or treat themselves the best, be the best looking. That is what it is. Okay, I know people don't want to hear that, but that's my thoughts on it right now. So why not become your best? And the way you become your best is by fueling your body. Your body's the engine. It needs the proper fuel, the proper nutrition, right? But like I said, it's bad for you. Eat what your great grandparents would be eating, right? Or what would be in the Bible. And pigging out, okay? Pigging out once a week. Once a week. It's the 90-10 rule, 80-20 rule. Don't let it go out of hand. But once a week, okay? Tomorrow, I'm probably going to go to the Cheesecake Factory with my family. No one doxed me, by the way. No one come up to me. No, I'm joking. But I'm probably going to go up to Cheesecake Factory, Buffalo Wild Wings, something like that, right? And I'm probably going to get an appetizer. I'm probably going to get a main entree. That's not going to be healthy. It's not going to be chicken. It's not going to be beef. Chicken and rice. It's not going to be beef and rice. It'll probably be a burger. It'll probably be, chicken tenders. It'll probably be, I don't know, some Cuban sandwich. Something like that, right? Chicken wings. I don't know. It'll be something like that. Okay? And it won't necessarily be healthy. And I might get a dessert too. Okay? But the point is, you're not going overboard with it. You're not having 3 milkshakes. You're not going out 3 times a day. You're not doing all this crazy stuff. You're eating 10K calories. You're not even 12-pack of donuts, right? You're having one solid meal. And I recommend you have that meal with family or friends. Okay, it'll make that meal 10 times more better. You'll be 10 times more grateful for the experience, everything like that. So that's how Satan plans to ruin it. Did I go into that? Yeah, I think I did. I went into that because Satan, it'll distract you from your purpose, your path. It'll make you feel like shit. And yeah, I think that's all I got for today's video, guys. If you are interested in that grocery list I have, Instagram's Christoph_Langen_. I'm also doing coaching there. Obviously, a lot of people struggling with lust, gluttony, trying to get closer to Christ. Just message me. We'll hop on a call. I have a lot of clients now who have been doing great, by the way. Shout out to you guys who are watching the videos and who have been killing it. You're making me so proud. I feel like a proud father watching you guys succeed and living the best version of your life. I'm so proud of you. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your Friday when this comes out. Probably around 6, 7 p.m. But yeah, kill it this weekend, guys. Love you. Peace.